Okay, the set's looking good. Where's the background noise?
1 second. Stand by to cue background noise.
That dude, your chair isn't on the spot.
And there's the background noise for Bob's set.
Excellent. Tonight's show is going to be a winner. I can just see it. What say you, Asimov? Asimov!
Yeah, Bob. Tonight is going to be great.
Bob, we're having trouble with the intro.
Come on, guys, we have a show to do.
We're trying, Bob, but we're having a rough time getting it to show up for the viewers. If need be, we might have to forego the intro.
Rats, and I love that intro. We can make this work. Hello, folks, and welcome to another thrilling installment of Nightmare Halloween Frightfest. I'm Madman Bob. Normally, I'd be teed off, but I love that intro. Hi guys and gals, this is yet another edition of Nightmare Halloween Frightfest. Say hi to my co-hosts, that dude,
Hello, Governor.
and Asimov the robot.
Charmed.
And we've got one humdinger of a show for you tonight, and it's also a special one. We're in the middle of our schedule, meaning this year's show is halfway through. After tonight, we only have 2 shows left. That also means Halloween is in 2 weeks and 2 days.
I'm definitely excited.
As you should be, Asimov. Tonight's movie is about a mean giant fire-breathing reptile affected by mankind's yearning for nuclear devastation and makes its way through Tokyo, leaving a path of total destruction in its wake.
Are we showing Godzilla?
No, but for what we can afford in royalties, it's the next best thing. It's 1965's Da怪獣ガメラ, or Gamera, the Giant Monster.
Gotta play it safe with Toho's lawyers, huh?
You kidding? Have you ever seen those guys? They'll sue your butt from here clear to the other side of Osaka.
You thought giant kaiju are the scariest thing in Japanese culture. Think again, pal.
8-foot-tall women.
You'll notice in some scenes there will be Japanese subtitles on occasion, mostly when the Americans are on screen. This is because this is the original Japanese print of the film, and obviously the Americans are speaking English. But we are playing the English dub because far be it from us to encourage our audience to read. And now, from 1965 comes Gamera, the Giant Monster.
There's no need to fear. The giant fire-breathing turtle is here. Actually be very afraid.
Gamera was hit by radiation. Maybe he's dead by now.
Well, that's a crock. We just saw him alive in the opening credits. And opening credits never lie.
Yeah, the movie's called Gamera the Giant Monster, not Gamera the Dead Monster, or Dr. I don't know what I'm talking about.
On a side note, we would make a joke about the English dub not matching the mouth movement, but ours doesn't match either.
Yeah, but they could at least get some voices that match closer to the actor's appearance, couldn't they?
For
now, I want to talk a little bit about the movie itself. Despite misconceptions by mainstream American audiences, Gamera is not a property of Toho, the owners of Godzilla. Instead, Gamera is owned by their rival studio, Dai, who sought to compete with the massive success of the Godzilla franchise with young audiences, and it worked, as Gamera became just as popular with children, and some movies would even outsell Godzilla in tickets. As equally popular as Godzilla and Gamera were, it's only natural that fans would want the two monsters to meet up, and that sort of happened in a stage show from 1970 and a 1979 issue of the Japanese TV magazine that ran an article comparing the two monsters and had a photo of them together. Unfortunately, fans have not yet gotten an official cinematic crossover.
Kind of like how you'll never have an official crossover with Svengoolie.
Oh, shut up. Besides, Georgia is quite far from Chicago, and I'm sure he doesn't have the time to travel from Berwyn to Atlanta.
Berwyn!
Don't do that! You want to deal with those Berwyn lawyers?
Berwyn!
Stop, you nincompoop!
Berwyn!
Enough!
Berwyn!
We'll return to the movie before
Berwyn!
we get Berwyn out of business.
Berwyn!
All the savings and loans places in, you know where aren't gonna get us out of this lawsuit.
Berwyn!
Cut it out!
Anyhow, I wish he had been done away with for good, for the peace of the world.
You really mean everyone on the Chidoromaru was killed? And that the three of us are the only survivors?
Yes, my dear. It happened when we were at the Eskimo village studying the ancient carvings on that stone.
Berwyn!
I'm warning you guys.
Wanted to tell you.
Oh my god! Gamera killed Kenny!
That monster!
As you've noticed in this movie, Gamera is more threatening than in later entries. It is also the only black and white film in the franchise, and his signature theme wouldn't debut until 1969's Gamera vs. Giron. You know the one that'll get stuck in your head and you'll never get it out no matter how hard you try. Yep, there's the sweet mind torture. Just listen to It's a Small World and you'll be fine. The director, and please forgive me if I mispronounce the name, Noriaki Yuasa, was a child actor during World War II and moved on to become a filmmaker. He wanted to create a hero figure for children to look up to, as his own childhood was filled with trauma and less than admirable adult figures, such as oppressive teachers oversaturating him with the, quote, importance of nationalism and ambition of Imperial Japan. From that came Gamera and his title, Friend to All Children. And despite the silly nature of the Showa-era movies, the character went on to become a cult favorite among giant monster fans, and was even rebooted in the Heisei era as a movie trilogy with a more serious tone, and is considered by many to be the definitive adaptation of the giant turtle, and even gave the Godzilla films at the time, also considered some of their best in the franchise, a run for their money.
Huh, not bad for something considered a knockoff.
I guess Gamera is to Godzilla what Cracked was to Mad.
Or what Battlestar Galactica was to Star Wars.
Or what Babylon 5 was to Star Trek.
Yes, but like Gamera, they eventually created their own identity and came out on their own.
Well then, I guess you stand a chance after all, Bob.
Oh, pipe down. Now we return to the movie, and no, Kenny isn't dead, which means we'll be seeing the annoying kid all over this movie.
Doesn't that just tickle you, Pink?
In other news, a Taco Bell in Adachi City was destroyed. Everything is in ruins, but there's no trace of food anywhere in the wreckage.
You know, it kinda stinks Godzilla never had a run-in with Gamera. It could have been the ultimate in kaiju cinema.
Well, that's all going to change right now. In preparing for tonight's show, Asimov and I worked on a thrilling picture pitting the colossal marvels against each other in what is sure to be the most exciting adventure ever put on film, and will forever raise the bar and define giant monster battles for generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Madman and Asimov Productions presents the most gripping, standard-setting motion picture of the ages, Godzilla vs. Gamera, all-out giant monster battle. Please note, I did not name the film. Boy, it sure is a wonderful day.
Hey, I'm gonna be killed later on, can you tell?
You feel so happy to be alive.
Hey, that guy kind of looks familiar.
Yeah, he sure does. Hope nothing bad happens to him.
Ah, crap.
Oh no. I knew I shouldn't have gotten out of bed this morning.
Hey, you were gonna die either way.
Godzilla!
Well, no kidding. And there's my pet turtle.
Forget that. Here comes Gamera. Wait a minute.
Hey, he really ought to give up smoking.
I'm the only monster around here that gets to tear things up.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
This town ain't big enough for either of you.
And that's why we're advertising Slim Fast.
Oh man, that wasn't nice.
Oh, not again. Prepare to meet your maker.
Bring it on, Tuffy.
Because I happen to be an atheist.
Oh, Bob, the atheist jokes again?
Oh yeah? Well, two can play as that game.
There it is, there it is. Yay, nostalgia. They have medicine for that.
Then I told my cousin Jackie, look, I can't move a piano and a sofa in the same day.
Oh, now things have gotten interesting.
A lot of stress on my back. Besides that, I've got needs that my wife will.
This is somehow a more coordinated conversation than what you get on Fox News.
Some things she needs me to do. Oh, I'm telling you, I just can't stand the stress anymore. It's getting to me.
You're tearing me apart!
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but, I really just don't care.
Oh.
Finally, some honesty in these movies.
You think you could defeat me?
Sounds like it's time for somebody to step on the scale.
What could that be?
Could it be King Kong?
Possibly.
Worse than that. It's Ding Dong!
My second guess would have been Newt Gingrich.
How many
Oh,
times do I
bad
have to
dude,
tell
that's
you
terrible.
to keep it down?
Yeah, I know. I don't care.
You're gonna die. Because I'm the judge, the jury, and the executioner. See you in the funny pages.
I highly doubt anything in the funny pages could be as funny as the bad effects in this movie.
Yay, he did it!
Thank you,
This stuff is really hard. We should leave this up to Joel Robinson.
Or Mike.
What about Jonah?
Shut up!
That was beautiful cinematography, Asimov. That was just so beautiful. I loved it.
I'm gonna buy a Blu-ray copy right now.
Oh, you guys, you're flattering me.
Now we return to Gamera the Giant Monster. And yes, folks, I promise we'll never do another takeoff of Mystery Science Theater 3000. We're ripping enough shows off as it is.
Are you all right? Now, don't act like that, Kenny. You're a big boy. Sulking like that isn't going to bring the stones back again, you know? Kenny, there are lots of others there.
Yeah, but nothing like those stones. Those stones happen to belong to Gamera. You see, he passed them himself.
Ew.
We'll be right back to this decidedly disgusting program, but first, a word from tonight's sponsor, Tar Black Coffee.
Same old black coffee. Tired of that same old black coffee? Who said that? Who are you? I'm the Coffee Bean Fairy. Are you tired of that regular old black coffee? Make your coffin blacker with Tar Black Coffee. 100% fresh from the brand Tar Pit. Try it. I don't know. It sounds like it might not be healthy. Drink it! Okay, geez. How is it? Mister? Yeah, I didn't like his face anyway.
Don't settle for regular black coffee. Go Tar Black with Tar Black Coffee. What did that commercial have to do with tonight's movie? Nothing. And now back to the movie.
These shows are getting lazier and lazier.
Hey man, cut out. If Gamera comes, the place will really be rockin' and rollin'. By the way, we have a celebrity guest with us today. He was only in this movie as a child, but he's been doing pretty well for himself since. And now he's all grown up and well seasoned in life. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to Tibby the Turtle.
Thank you.
So Tibby, what have you been up to all these years?
Well, I've been in and out of showbiz.
How interesting.
That's right. Soon after this movie, I got out of acting and I joined a rock and roll band.
Oh, which band?
The Turtles.
Of course. So what was it like working with a giant like Gamera?
He was a real fireball, I tell ya.
But he was well experienced and very worldly wise. You want to know what he told me? Sure. If there's one thing you learn in this business, it's that in order to get where you want to be, you sometimes have to stick your neck out. Oh, brother. So, Tibby, what are you doing now?
Talking to you, knucklehead. What else?
What about career-wise?
Well, I'm currently writing a personal memoir on my life as an actor and a turtle. It'll tell you where I started, how I got to where I wanted to be, and many other juicy, dirty details about my life. I call it Coming Out of My Shell.
Fascinating. Well, do you have any parting words for our audience before we wrap this up?
Whenever life is getting you down, throwing you for a loop, and leaving you in the mud, clean your shell with turtle wax. Nobody likes a dirty shell.
Okay, and that was Tibby the Turtle, and now we return to tonight's turtleating feature.
You're coming with me.
Oh. What's going on?
A stowaway, sir. A little boy.
A little boy?
Why, it's Kenny.
Here he is, sir.
You see, I was worried about Gamera.
Oh.
Kenny, you're a friend of Gamera.
It was friendship at first, but it's become so much more.
I love him! We'll get back to the conclusion of everyone's favorite Japanese rom-com in a moment. Are you guys ready to indulge in some fan messages?
Sure.
I'm indifferent. This first email is for Bat Dude. Would you care to read it?
Absolutely.
Well,
I'm reading it.
Aloud, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. This email is from Derek Henderson, and he writes, I know you're in character as your alter ego, and many heroes have their secret identities. Are we ever going to know your real name and see your face? Surely, Bat Dude isn't your real name, and you must have a face under that cowl.
Well, Bat Dude?
I'd rather not,
Come on, let us see your face.
I don't want to.
At least let us see it. We promise the cameras will be off.
Well, you promise?
You've got my solemn word.
Okay.
Oh! Huh, so that's what you look like. Cool.
I hope that wasn't on camera.
It wasn't.
Thanks for writing, Derek.
This next message is a comment on our first show from Bonehead, and he writes, "Good luck with this channel, and thanks for uploading. I'm going to be watching. Please keep up the great work." Well, thanks for commenting, Bonehead, and we've got 2 more on the way after this is finished. So be sure to let us know what you think of the other shows. And this email goes to Asimov. And it comes from Jacob Lars, and he says, "My friends had a debate on who would win in a robot death battle. They brought up Gort, Robbie, Robocop, Terminator, the Daleks, and Data. I brought you up and nobody knew who I was talking about. I showed them a clip and they said all the aforementioned robots would team up and curb stomp you. I love you, but I have to agree, yours truly, Jacob. I could take them, and zap them, and bleed their oil out. Wouldn't know what hit them.
Asimov, you okay?
Just okay."
Alrighty, well then. Thank you so much for messaging us, and if you would like to message us through writing or voice, email us at nightmarehalloweenfrightfest@gmail.com or call us at 470-260-0920, and your message might wind up on our show.
And the locust stood atop the mighty mountain, gazing upon the city, waiting for the time to strike fear into the hearts of those who laughed in his wake. As the blood moon rose from the west and the faded sun set in the east, the time of vengeance was upon the kings and their subjects.
Idiot, the sun sets in the west and the moon rises in the east. I need to program geography and astronomy into your hard drive. Now the conclusion of Gamera the Giant Monster. And that about wraps it up for tonight's movie. That was just so beautiful. I just loved it. Oh, it was so inspirational.
Calm down, Bat Dude. It was just a monster movie.
It wasn't just a monster movie. It spoke to me. It told me something. I need to create a foundation for all turtles of the earth. And Gamera is just such a nice monster. After all, he is the friend of all children.
Yeah, he's the friend of all children that happened to kill millions and millions of adults.
Oh, well, I mean, you gotta make some sacrifices.
Gee whiz, and I thought I was a sadist. This has been another edition to Nightmare Halloween Fright Fest. Join us again next week when we take a look at 1959's House on Haunted Hill. I'm Madman Bob, signing off for now, and I will catch you guys in the Insane Asylum. Stay insane, my friends.